9 people were killed in a shooting at west of Johannesburg, South Africa. Police confirmed that the incident happened in the early morning. The attack took place at a tavern in the township of Bekkersdal. Gunmen opened fire on patrons inside the building. They continued to shoot at people in the street while fleeing. At least 10 other victims are being treated in the hospital. Authorities say about 12 suspects arrived in 2 vehicles. The attackers used an AK-47 and several pistols. One of those killed was a driver for a ride-hailing service. The suspects also robbed victims of their cell phones and valuables. Gauteng police have now launched a large-scale manhunt. Specialist investigators are currently at the scene. The motive for the shooting is not yet known. Austrian artist Arnulf Rainer has died at the age of 96. The news was officially confirmed by the APA news agency on Sunday. The Thaddaeus Ropac, a prominent international art gallery, also announced his passing today. Rainer was a leading figure in post-war art, known for his radical style. State broadcaster ORF reports that the painter died this past Thursday. He was a pioneer of the movement known as art informal. His famous technique involved painting over existing photos and artworks. His career spanned decades and reached major museums around the world. Tributes are being paid to the man often called an enfant terrible. He is remembered as one of Austria's most influential modern creators. No further details regarding a memorial have been released at this time. Prime Minister Keir Starmer spoke with President Donald Trump on Sunday. The 2 leaders discussed efforts to end the war in Ukraine. They focused on achieving a just and lasting peace deal. Starmer updated Trump on the work of the Coalition of the Willing. This group of nations is pledged to support Ukraine's security. The leaders also turned their attention to the Middle East. They discussed the current humanitarian situation on the ground in Gaza. Starmer confirmed the appointment of a new British ambassador to the US. Dr. Christian Turner will take over the role to deepen bilateral ties. The call concluded with the leaders wishing each other a Merry Christmas. This discussion follows recent peace talks held between officials in Florida. Both leaders expressed a desire to speak again in the near future. President Emmanuel Macron confirmed that France will build a new aircraft carrier. The president announced the decision while speaking to French troops in Abu Dhabi. He stated that the formal decision to launch this major program was taken this week. This new generation vessel will be larger and more modern than the current flagship. The project is intended to strengthen the nation's power as a maritime authority. The government confirmed the new carrier is scheduled to enter service in 2038. It will eventually replace the aging Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier. The project is estimated to cost approximately $12 billion. Macron noted the program will boost the industrial base and small businesses. Armed Forces Minister Catherine Vautrin also confirmed the launch on social media. The vessel is expected to be the largest warship ever built in Europe. The remaining 130 Nigerian schoolchildren are finally free. State police and the presidency confirmed their release on Sunday. The students were the last of a large group held in captivity. Officials say they were freed following a military intelligence operation. The children are expected to arrive in the state capital on Monday. They will be reunited with their families just in time for Christmas. Authorities noted that no children from the school remain in captivity. Police are now conducting a head count to verify the exact numbers. A large-scale operation is still underway to find the kidnappers. The Catholic Diocese of Kontagora has expressed its deep gratitude. Government officials say they are committed to protecting all schools. The motive and terms of the release have not been officially disclosed. A Malaysian court has rejected Najib Razak's request for house arrest. The High Court delivered its ruling on Monday morning, in Kuala Lumpur. Judge Alice Loke ruled that a purported royal order was not valid. She stated that the document failed to meet constitutional requirements as it was not discussed by the Pardons Board. While the document's existence was not in dispute, but it is not legally enforceable. The 72-year-old former leader appeared emotional as the verdict was read. Najib will now continue to serve his 6-year sentence at Kajang prison. His legal team has already confirmed they will appeal the decision. The former Prime Minister has denied all charges against him. This ruling comes just days before another major verdict in a separate trial. That judgment, related to the 1MDB scandal, is expected this Friday. Supporters gathered outside the court as the hearing concluded today. Thousands of activists gathered in southwest Serbia on Sunday. They joined student protests in the town of Novi Pazar. The rally targeted what students call government pressure on state universities. Protesters claim the administration revoked the status of 200 students. They also say 30 lecturers were dismissed for attending previous demonstrations. Participants are now demanding the resignation of the university's managing board. They are also calling for the immediate election of a new director. The protest included a moment of silence for victims of a past railway disaster. Students from across the country traveled hundreds of miles to show support. The movement accuses the government of corruption and restricted media freedom. Authorities continue to deny these allegations as the protests grow. South Korea's presidential office has officially returned to the Blue House. The move was marked by a historic event. For the first time since May 2022, the office held its daily press briefing at the complex. Spokesperson John Eun-soo led the session at the Chunchugwan Press Center. This marks a major step in President Lee Jae-myung's relocation plan. The transition from the Yongsan district is now in its final stages. Most office facilities and secretarial staff have already finished their move. The administration expects the entire process to be complete by Christmas. President Lee is set to begin working in the refurbished main hall this month. However, the official residence is still undergoing extensive renovations. The president will continue to commute from his home in Hanamdong for now. Officials say the move aims to restore leadership and public communication. A Ukrainian drone attack has damaged 2 vessels in Russia's Krasnodar region. Regional authorities confirmed the strike occurred at the Volna terminal on the Black Sea coast. The attack also damaged 2 piers and ignited a large fire in a nearby village. Officials say the blaze spread across 1,500 square meters. By early Monday morning, emergency teams were still working to put out the flames. All crew members on the docked ships were safely evacuated during the incident. Krasnodar's operational headquarters announced the news on the Telegram messaging app. The terminal is located near the Kerch Strait, a vital route for Russian military logistics. This latest strike is part of an ongoing campaign targeting Russian energy and ports. Ukraine has recently increased its focus on maritime infrastructure in the Black Sea. No casualties among the terminal workers or crew have been reported so far. Authorities are currently assessing the total extent of the damage to the port facilities. If this video added value, please like it. Share it if you think it may help others. And subscribe to stay informed with our future posts.